When my son was diagnosed with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, I fell into a bottomless pit of grief. There was no effective treatments and no cure. There was nobody there to catch me when I needed it the most.
Duchenne muscular dystrophy affects every aspect of a child's life and their family's life, in fact. But unfortunately, to date, these boys haven't received the same treatment for their mental health components, their psychological well-being and their social well-being, as they have for their physical health, which has had the great intensity of focus. And I see it as my job in this project to change that. So by diagnosing the mental health components of these problems and potentially prescribing treatments for them, so for concentration difficulties, for emotional disturbance like anxiety or low mood, etc., we can vastly improve the quality of life for these boys and their caregivers.
As part of DMD Care UK, we're looking at every aspect of care. We're working with the top experts in the UK, with patients and their families, to establish the best way to care for our community when it comes to their heart, their lungs, their bones, but also their minds, everything that affects Duchenne. As part of this work, we've covered areas of care where patients' needs are not being met, and it is very clear that there is little or no support for mental health in many of the centres.
At the Duchenne Research Fund, we are so pleased to have been able to grant £640,000 to the DMD Care UK project to fund 2 clinical psychologists and the support of a neuropsychiatrist. And joining Jack have funded a paediatric neuropsychiatrist as well. Together, these specialists will offer psychosocial evaluation, care and treatment at every stage of patients' lives.
Through DMD Care UK, we are developing evidence-based care guidelines for clinical colleagues and families to refer to. And there are posts associated with the project that will increase our expertise in psychological aspects of the disease and allow us to reach consensus on psychosocial care guidelines. This will ultimately allow us to predict, screen, treat, and hopefully even prevent problems in the future. So ideally, no matter where people live in the UK, they should have access to the same treatment based on robust guidelines.
Having psychiatric and psychological support in place will be transformative to people living with Duchenne and their families who desperately need our support. Thank you to the charities, patients and their families who have come together to make this change possible.